Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, once again, back to doing our thing, patrolling the streets of Homestead, Florida, back home here in South Florida. I wanted to shout out to them dogs. You know them dogs? Rough. Shout out to the dogs. But I wanted to talk about Floyd Mayweather because this is a guy that just can't stay out of the headlines. He always feels a need to try and make himself relevant, even if it means him becoming relevant at the expense of his own fight. I mean, the guy, for Christ's sake, the guy had a press conference for his little exhibition the same day that Tank had a press conference with Rolly. So I mean, I don't care if you like Mayweather. Either way you cut it up, slice it, and dice it, it gives off the appearance that he doesn't care about anybody else but himself. Because his biggest name fighter had a press conference, and you're having a press conference for a fight, I can't even call it a fight, for a glorified sparring session. An exhibition is the code word for it. So Floyd Mayweather, I don't remember the date, so I mean, someone can drop the date in the comments. I can't remember the date because I really don't care about it that much, but it is worth talking about because people are talking about it. You know, Floyd Mayweather is going to have an exhibition in Dubai on a helicopter pad with Dangerous Don Moore. Now, a lot of you guys out there may not be familiar with Dangerous Don Moore. I know a little bit about him because I remember when I was in Vegas and I was talking to one of my friends. He kind of gave me he kind of put me on game to who Don Moore was because we were talking about a fighter that used to be a big name locally in Las Vegas back in the day named Chewy Gutierrez. Now, Chewy Gutierrez, he used to fight a lot at Sam's Town, one of the smaller club venues in Vegas. And the guy was packing it out. The guy, you know, a lot of people were unjustly hyping him up, trying to say he was this and he was that. If you guys go up and look up on YouTube, like the Chewy Gutierrez, Don Moore saga, all the interviews that with those guys' names in it. Don Moore and Chewy Gutierrez were two prospects that, you know, locally had some buzz in Vegas, and they were supposed to fight each other. Chewy Gutierrez was very, very diva-like, talking about, oh, well, you know, I'm the A-side, and, you know, I'm the WBC USMBC champion. So he kind of big-time Don Moore, but guess what? I bet you he would have fought. I bet you he wishes he would have fought Don Moore now, because now Don Moore, shout out to him, man. Never give up on your dreams. Like Don Moore is 42 years old. Most boxing fans have probably never heard of him unless you like know someone in Vegas or from Las Vegas. And Don Moore he's gonna get the payday of his life to have an exhibition with his old sparring partner Floyd Mayweather. So yes, these guys, they know each other. They know each other. They have a lot of familiarity, as they used to spar at the Mayweather gym a lot back in the day. But let's just talk about what this does for Floyd Mayweather's legacy. Because I'm sorry, I mean, when you look at Conor McGregor, Tenshin Nasukawa, Logan Paul, and now Don Moore, this will be his fourth exhibition since he's retired. And, you know, look, the narrative that Floyd Mayweather is going to paint is that, you know, I got out the sport with all my faculties in check. I made, you know, my favorite one, I made smart investments. You know, he's going to say those things and try to frame it as like, you know, he's playing the sport and the sport's not playing him. But my thing is this, right? Why would you put yourself in the position to tarnish your legacy? Because I'm going to say it like this. Flo was a great fighter. As time went on, like, you know, he's become one of my favorite fighters in the history of the sport. I love Floyd. I love everything about him, as far as like the way he moved with his career. I love like how much common sense he has when it comes to his daily approach to life. Like, there's a lot to admire about Floyd. His work ethic, his self-belief. You know, there's so many redeeming qualities that you can love about Floyd Mayweather. But my thing is this: you gotta learn when to say when, because you keep doing these exhibitions, it's gonna wind up not going well for you. Like, I know people want to say like, oh, Floyd was playing with Logan Paul, but I'm sorry. The Logan Paul fight was one of the saddest nights in boxing history. Not because he lost, but there was just too many moments in that fight where Floyd was shelling up and he had this big ass white dude just punching up on him. Logan Paul did better against Floyd than Canelo did. He won more rounds against Floyd than Canelo did, and that's a fact. You can hate, listen. You could feel any type of way about that you want, but it is the stone cold truth. So it's just not a good look, man, for a guy that is one of the all-time greats in boxing, especially one of the modern all-time greats. People are going to use the example of like, oh, well, Muhammad Ali fought a sumo wrestler and he was supposed to fight Wilt Chamberlain. Well, first of all, Muhammad Ali never had the exhibition with Wilt Chamberlain, and number two, the sumo wrestler thing was a one-off. This is Floyd's fourth exhibition. This is his fourth exhibition, and I'm not against anybody making money. God bless Floyd. May he make as much money as possible. But I'm talking about something much, much more bigger and much, much more meaningful than money. Because even as Floyd says, you can't take the money with you. When you die and you pass away, no one's gonna say, Floyd Mayweather, he made smart investments. I love Floyd. They're just gonna talk about what kind of person you were, what character you had, how did you treat people, what your redeeming qualities are. And I'll be honest with you guys, I remember when he fought Logan Paul and he walked to the ring and you could see how his face was. The eyes don't lie, as Scarface says. The eyes don't lie, Chico. The eyes don't lie. Floyd, to me, seems like a very depressed man, because like the good book says, like, what does it profit a man to gain the entire world, all the riches in it, but lose his soul? He has all the money, he has all the fame, he has all the status a man could ask for. He could have 7 girlfriends at one time if he wants. That's the kind of money he has, but it doesn't really satisfy. It doesn't really quench that thirst for just contentment, And I think at this point, like, you gotta start asking the question. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather is doing these exhibitions, but like, why? I know you don't love boxing that much anymore. He even said it himself in the past. So it's got to be either one or two things. Either A, he's just greedy and he doesn't care about anything and he's bored, or B, he's losing money and he needs to do these exhibitions to maintain his lifestyle. I mean, it's getting to a point where it's like, Floyd, how you doing? Where Floyd is just doing these I can't even call them exhibitions. They're becoming like circus shows. I mean, you're gonna fight Don Moore, a C-class welterweight who never really did shit in his career as far as boxing goes. Really, the biggest achievement of his career was being your sparring partner. And you're gonna fight him, or have an exhibition with him on a helicopter pad in front of like 5 to 10 Arabic princes and stuff like that. Like, it's just, I hate to see Floyd just doing things that could potentially tarnish his legacy. I mean, he's still a guy that retired undefeated. He's still a guy that was a 5-division champion. He was still a guy that broke all the records at the gate. But all of this is just unnecessary, and I don't even really think he's happy doing it, to tell you the truth. So, it is what it is. Floyd Mayweather versus dangerous Don Moore, an absolute piss stain to the sport. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys leave your questions, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.